Hey, Luminaries, welcome to our first full week in April. We have a pretty quiet week, but you know what? This is just what we need. Welcome to the Savvy Luminary podcast, Astrology for Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Leslie Tagorda, creator of the Astrobrand Method, business astrologer, brand designer, author, and Aquarius boss woman. I help visionary spiritual entrepreneurs and impact makers like you illuminate and amplify your unique star powers so you can be the luminary you were born to be. Happy Easter, everyone. I hope you are having a beautiful Sunday. Before we dive into the astrology for the week, I wanted to talk a little bit about Easter and why it's one of my favorite holidays. I've always had really fond memories of Easter. Back when I was a little child, I remember I would go to church with my Filipino grandma. I'd get dressed in my cute little Sunday dresses and go to church, and I would learn about Jesus and get really curious about who he was and why he was so important. And then I'd go home to my Jewish mom and we would have matzah and she'd be talking about Passover. And I would ask her questions about, well, who is Jesus? And my mom would give me an answer about Jesus being a powerful man, but in the Jewish tradition that she didn't believe that he was the son of God. And it was really from this really young age, I was probably ever since I was like 2, 3, 4, 5, these really foundational elements of spirituality and religion that all were all coming to me. So of course, now as an astrologer, I can make total sense of it all, seeing all of the different paths to spirituality, to Jesus Christ, to the love that lives within us. I think that's why Easter is one of my favorite holidays because it is this culmination of a spring holiday that has lots of roots in many different traditions. And so when we look at Easter, it's actually a luni-solar holiday, meaning it doesn't have an exact date like Christmas. It's not always on April 25th, but Instead, Easter changes depending on when the first full moon after the equinox happens. So Easter is always held on the first Sunday after the first full moon after equinox. And in the Christian tradition, Easter represents the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, I am a person of metaphor. I believe that there are many different paths, that there isn't just one right path. Of course, that's why I love astrology so much. And when I put the metaphor of Jesus Christ into my own meaning, Easter to me is about remembering the love that lives within you. One of the roots of Christ from the Greek tradition is really the love that lives within us, that kind of that spiritual essence. So when we think about Easter, bringing up, remembering this love, feeling into the spring season for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, celebrating fertility and the sun coming up, more light, more joy. And when we look across cultures, almost everybody has some kind of spring holiday based on the equinox. We have the Hindu Holi festival where everybody wears white and everybody throws colored powders and making everything so beautifully colored. Then we have the Jewish Passover where it represents the Jews' exodus from Egypt. That's not exactly one of those happy-go-lucky spring stories, but it definitely talks about some kind of resurrection from enslavement. And then, of course, the name Easter has its roots in pre-Germanic paganism, for similar to the word, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's spelled Eostr, Esther, and based on the goddess Ostara, where she flew through the heavens, and according to Wikipedia, she was surrounded by beams of light and lovely little animals. So you can imagine the little bunnies hopping and the little ducks and all of the baby animals following her around. In any event, if you are celebrating Easter today, whatever your reason for celebrating Easter, whether it's the resurrection of Jesus Christ or the remembering of love within you, or just to celebrate the renewed life that we have here in the Northern Hemisphere with spring. Please enjoy your beautiful day and feel into what does that love within you want to resonate and shine out. Time for our Business StarCast. So in this Business StarCast, I'm going to give you the overview of the collective cosmic energies available to us all. Remember, there is nothing to be fearful of. Instead, I want you to get curious about what you need to learn. How is this energy showing up in your life and your businesses? What experiences are showing up during these cosmic transits? Then I want you to start to feel into it. Start to notice how the different phases of the moon or certain planets feel in your life and business. This is how you get to embody the star wisdom. And then I want you to amplify it. I want you to understand how to use this cosmic energy in your business and life so you get to work with the flow of the current season instead of against it. If you're looking to personalize these energies I'm about to share, look to your natal chart. For lunar activations and conjunctions or other meetings, look to the degree of the activation and find where that degree lives in your natal chart. Look to the house that contains this energy. This is the part of your life and business where you have the most access to this particular energy. And then look at your own natal planets. If they're activated, they will want a voice in this energy. So, for example, if the new moon happens exactly where your natal sun is, then you are going to have an increased activation of your creative vibrancy. If you don't already know how to read your natal chart for business, I have a low-cost mini course called How to Read Your Natal Chart for Business, and you can find it over at thesavvyluminary.com/mini training. Let's dive into this week's Business StarCast and see what energies you get to play with in your business this week. All right, everybody. So, who is feeling like they are ready to take action, that they're willing to initiate on things, get things done, and really be the leader you were born to be? With just a few more weeks of Aries season left, how are you feeling about your self-directed initiative? The reason why I say self-directed is that so many of us spend our time running our business in the way that we hear that we should, or how our clients want us to, or we have all of these expectations that are not our own. But I hope that you've seen that during this Aries season, you are meant to run and lead your business, activate and initiate your business in the way that you want. And that's why I call it self-directed. Well, this week we have a little bit of downtime, but really that's kind of preparing us for the rest of April. This full first week of April is relatively quiet to the rest, but we have a lot of shakeups coming down the line. So use this kind of quiet time, this first full week in April, to get your bearings, to get really clear on what initiatives you want to take on and what initiatives you need to say no to. Okay. This is because the opening of the week, when you listen to this on Sunday, April 4th, we have our fourth quarter moon in Capricorn at exactly 3:02 a.m. Pacific, 6:02 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, April 4th. The moon at Capricorn 14 degrees hits its fourth quarter phase. And the theme for this phase is to relax and regenerate. How much alone time can you block off today to restore? Because it is a great day to restore and to refine your ambitions. I say regenerate because regenerate is part of the Capricorn process to achieve and get all of your goals. But now, fourth quarter Capricorn moon, fourth quarter is not about getting things done, it's about receiving. The last quarter moon phase is an integration phase in our lives and our businesses. And in integration, this is more of an inner integration. So our first quarter moon phase is kind of external integration, all the things that we need to get done, all the experiences that come at us that we're kind of, responding to. But the fourth quarter is the inner process, is all of the things inside us coming into alignment, where our subconscious and our consciousness are meeting because we have learned and we're processing and we're assessing all of the things that we want to build into our day-to-day practice in our lives. So with the fourth quarter moon, it's always this time to cultivate all that we have learned and assess what we want to continue with and what we want to then release and churn back into the earth to fertilize our intentions. I know that last week, so many of us did our full moon rituals. Gosh, I'm just so surprised and honored on the Savvy Luminary, my free Facebook group, all of the things that I heard everybody release from their business, all the things that hold us back from stepping into our true self-directed leadership. There were people there that let go of fears, people there that let go of products and offerings. Vivian de Guzman, oh my gosh, I was so impressed with what she let go of. She said that she let go of victim clients so that she could open up space to focus on those who are willing to heal and step into the highest versions of themselves. Isn't that so powerful? So even though on the full moon, we are illuminating all the things that we need to let go, during the fourth quarter moon, it's integrating those kinds of inner ideals. So, for example, when Vivian says that she wants to let go of certain types of clients, this is the inner work that we need to do to say, to identify the types of clients that we do want to work with, to really feel into that energy, to let go of why we felt so compelled to help those types of clients. There's a lot of that inner processing that needs to happen during the fourth quarter moon phase before we get into the new moon phase. With the Capricorn fourth quarter moon phase, spend some time doing this inner integration time, restoring alone. Yes, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn in this respect is about saying no and putting up some boundaries. And I don't know about you, but alone time is so potent for me, right? Instead of running around and filling our calendars with every free moment doing something, it's during this alone time, this downtime, that you can get really clear with all of the goals and responsibilities, that's Capricorn, you've put upon yourself to still see if they're consistent with your business now. Because sometimes there's a disconnect. We can shift in our business and that's great. But now you have the opportunity to get clear, to see, hey, do these things still match, to assess and to analyze what is still working and what's not working. So this is kind of an extension again of the full moon. So rest is a necessity for this achievement. Block off time for yourself in the next few days, if not today on Sunday, over the next couple of days while we're still in this fourth quarter moon that is being energized by the Capricorn moon. Now, for the rest of the week, it's pretty quiet. We don't really have another big activation until Friday the 9th. Yes, we have some moon transits because the moon moves so quickly that really takes care of our moods. They're so quick that I can't give you every single transit. So as the moon is zipping around, I want you to start noticing, what does the moon feel like for you when it goes through different signs? Of course, when you look at a moon planner or a moon calculator, they're going to show you day by day where the moon is traveling, and the moon goes through each sign every 2.5 days. So it spends 2.5 days in every sign. But what does that feel like for you? The reason why I want you to take notice and feel what the different moon signs feel like. This is how you start to feel into astrology so that you can really embody it instead of relying just on the chart. Part of the chart is to get curious, right? To look at what's happening in the sky and how does it fit into your life and business. But then you start to really implement things when you start to tune into how you're feeling. For example, I have a Sagittarius moon, and Capricorn moon is right before Sagittarius. And I know that on Capricorn moons, I tend to feel really tired. Maybe it's because it's the balsamic phase right before it returns to its home sign. There's lots of different reasons. And so you're going to have to pick and choose how to work with the moon on your own. There's no right or wrong way, just asking you to get curious with it right now. Back to the astrology. So on Friday, April 9th, we have our Mars square Neptune. And this square off is exact at 12:18 p.m. Pacific, 3:18 p.m. Eastern. So for us on the Western Hemisphere in the afternoon. The theme for this activation is to feel and initiate spirit in your body to lead. And to get curious, I want you to ask yourself, how is your body leading you to spiritual alignment in your life and business? I'm going to say that again. How is your body leading you to spiritual alignment in your life and business? So Mars is in quick Gemini and Neptune is in spiritual Pisces at 21 degrees of these mutable energies. So a squaring off is like the first quarter moon phase. With this kind of energy, there's a lot of things coming at us, compelling us to act. It feels like all these outside experiences are coming at us during a first quarter square off, similar to a first quarter moon. If we're not consciously aware of this energy, it could feel as if we are the target of energetic jabs. Yet, if we are in tune with this energy, it'll feel like we're being nudged into better alignment, like a deep stretch of a yin yoga pose that isn't fully comfortable at first, but as you relax into it for a few minutes, the tensions release. Every time I see in a natal chart an integration, some kind of relationship between Mars and Neptune, I always know that there's a spiritual body movement to this kind of relationship or aspect. Mars, again, is the ruler of Aries, but it's in Gemini. So it's quick, it needs to move. It has so much energy to burn from its body, from its head. Aries rules the head. And in Pisces, with Neptune there, the Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, it's about elevating your spirit. We're going to feel this energy for a few days leading up to it. So, thinking like Wednesday, even maybe Tuesday and Wednesday, you're going to be feeling this kind of like burning sensation, not so much this like literal burning sensation, but this sensation to like move your body, right? So a few days leading up to it and a few days after this exact square off, it is a great time to move your body, to clear your mind and spirit. What spiritual movement is calling you? Tai Chi, yoga, dance, drumming? When you move your body, you will get deep insights into your next step as you combine the practical and the ideal. If you know your chart, look to your natal chart for 21 degrees of any mutable signs. That's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, or water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. If you have any natal energies near this degree, so on either side of the 21 degrees, like maybe 5 degrees on either side, so anywhere from 14 degrees to 26 degrees, if you have any energies in the mutable signs, these energies are going to add to that creative fuel. And if you have any water signs in those degrees, any of those natal energies are going to be wanting to support and nourish and heal to help you with your body spirit alignment. For all of you body workers, this is a great time to really help your clients get into the alignment they need to elevate and activate. That's it for the astrology for this week. But again, be really grateful because as April builds. We're going to have some shakeups with a bunch of Uranus activations. And we also have our upcoming new moon next week on Sunday, April 11th. I'd love to invite you to our monthly new moon ceremony and workshop. Joining me for this ceremony as a co-host is the beautiful Indigenous medicine woman, Asha Frost. She will be opening our ceremony and leading us through a visualization where we step into our eagle energy so we can take flight and step into our aligned leadership. When you sign up for the ceremony, you will receive worksheets that will help you get really clear and distill your new moon intentions. It's pay what you can and sliding scale because I really want you to join in and get clear with your new moon intentions so you can design success on your own terms. For those of you who can pay more than $47, I will send you a personalized new moon activation Loom video based on your natal chart. So please join me and Asha Frost on Monday, April 12th, 2021 at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern for a beautiful new moon ceremony where we get to plant the seeds of our leadership. So head over to thesavvyluminary.com/new moon and sign up for the New Moon in Aries Masterclass so that you can plant your seeds to take initiative and activate your leadership in your business. If a masterclass isn't for you, it's not too late to order my book, New Moon Rituals for Entrepreneurs. In this book, you get your prescription to create your new moon intention according to your unique design. You get to design your success with the power of the new moon. You can buy this book on Amazon or Powell's bookstore and get it in plenty of time for the upcoming new moon on April 12th. So coming up, the episode that drops on Wednesday is all about the Aries archetype in our business. Aries, your power to initiate and activate in your business. Check in on Wednesday to talk about Aries, what it is, why it's important, what happens when you don't use your Aries energy to lead, and how to unlock your inner Aries leadership according to your unique design. That's it for now. Mahalo for listening to this brand new podcast. If you enjoyed learning about astrology for entrepreneurs, help me spread the word by sharing this podcast with your business besties, and hop over to The Savvy Luminary for links to episode notes and our free Facebook community where you can send me questions about astrology or branding, as well as connect with other like-minded businesses.